About a year ago, I had a conversation with one of my coworkers about switching my career. The problem was I had been going to school to study biology so that I could become a veterinarian. I was already 2 years into getting my degree and 2 years into finishing school, right? But at the time, I learned about artificial intelligence and I thought it was really interesting to me, and it was an interest that I wanted to pursue. At the time, if I decided to start studying artificial intelligence, I would have had to go back to school all over again, and those 2 years would have been for waste. It's ironic. I felt like a small and lost puppy at the time, right? A small and lost puppy looking for its home, the home of where my career was and where I knew I belonged. But the thing was, being that small, young, and lost puppy was actually a necessary part of the journey. The biggest lesson I took with me as being that small and lost puppy is that in my 20s, in my teens, in my young years, no matter what, I'm always going to come across situations and different experiences where I find something new. I find something that interests me, something that can bring great value into my life. The biggest lesson you need to take with you in your 20s is that you need to experiment in your 20s. You need to experiment your different interests and what you're passionate about. You're never going to truly be successful or happy if you stick to one thing the rest of your life. Society likes to paint this picture where you have to choose your career at 18 years old, 19, 20, and you're studying that for the rest of your life. You're living to the expectation of that job, that career, whatever it may be, for the rest of your life. And you never really truly experiment. That's why the rates of people being depressed at their jobs and at their careers are so high. Who's to say I can't go to school to become a veterinarian and become a full-fledged doctor? Who's to say I can't go and learn how to program AI on my own at some point in my life? Who's to say I can't make a YouTube channel and make inspiring videos and good content to reach out to people and to help them and better their lives? Because I am damn sure doing all of these things. I choose to define my own success. I choose to experiment in my 20s and see what will work for me and what will make me successful in my journey of life. Let me ask you, are you doing this too? Don't obey society's traditional standards. Experimenting in your 20s is such a crucial thing to do for your success, for your future, for the skills you'll learn, and for your happiness. Don't feel pressured at the age of 18, 19, 20 to choose the career you're going to do for the rest of your life. Instead, pursue your interests and experiment with what you want to do, even if that means stepping away from a six-figure job, even if that means possibly going back to school. To find your own version of success. That's something 90% of people in society don't know about. And it's not their fault because society was formatted in a certain way. And once you finally define your own success, that's something nobody can ever take away from you. If you're feeling like a lost puppy, you're feeling like you're in the wind and you're confused and you don't know where to go, that's okay. That's a necessary part of the journey. That's you being where you're supposed to be, right? So that you can have different outlets and discover what your interests are and pursue your hobbies and pursue what makes you happy. Once you're at that lost puppy stage in life, you're gonna find out that there's all these different passions, all these different interests, all these different things you can experiment on in your 20s, in your teens, all these different things that can take you to success. You have to learn what works for you. So this is a necessary part of the journey. Open yourself up to experimenting in your 20s. Go ahead and leave a like down below. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of this topic and maybe other topics you want to see in the future. I definitely love to hear from you guys and I'll reply back. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and subscribe. Be safe.